How's everybody doing? We are moving on in Annabelle, a ghostly Texas tale by Shauna Kiefer, copyright Old Barn Press, to chapter 7, Doing Hard Things. So, if you're rewatching this, just gather the kids around, get you a cup of hot tea, maybe put a little blanket over your legs, and everybody enjoy story time. Chapter 7, Doing Hard Things. Miss Walden, this is Coach Wills. Want to talk to you about your boy. So began the phone conversation that had perplexed Kate so much she sat with the phone still in her hand and did nothing for a full 5 minutes. Such a surprising event that Lily asked, "Mommy, are you thick?" Kate had to face it. She was prejudiced. Oh, not on racial lines. Small-town folk might have forgiven her that. But Kate, after years of rolling her eyes behind the backs of strutting letter jackets in high school and college, was prejudiced against football. In her new hometown, that was akin to blasphemy. She recalled Coach Will's incredulous pause when she had said, "We'll have to think about it." "All right, but I'll need an answer soon." Another pause, then Coach Will said, "Ms. Walden, it's true your boy's got ability and I'd like to groom him for coming years, but I see myself as more than just an athletic director. There's some kids that need football, the discipline, the team, the challenge." He had stopped abruptly and cleared his throat. "Well, we've got equipment for him if he wants to suit up tomorrow afternoon." Every other parent she knew would have been bursting with pride to have the Coach Wills personally invite their son to try out for his championship-winning Falcons. Alas, a long list of buts jostled in Kate's head. He could get hurt. His schoolwork might suffer. Jocks were animals whose bodies had outgrown the size of their brains. School should focus on the 3 R's, not on turning boys into gladiators. Small-town sports eclipsed scholastic achievement, and he could get hurt. The statistics on concussions due to football rattled through Kate's mind. She winced as visions of life flight helicopters and Rollins in a body cast trounced through her head. A knock interrupted Kate's stupor and she moved, phone still in her hand, to the front door to find Cal standing there, a catalog of light fixtures in his hand. "Hey, Jant said to run these by you. We need 2 for the master suite and 1 for the downstairs bathroom." He pointed a finger at the pictures on the page that swam before Kate's unfocused eyes. "That one's fine," Kate mumbled. "Which one and for where?" He glanced up to find she wasn't even looking at the book. "I thought you gals went crazy for this decorating stuff." Kate gave an apologetic grin. "Sorry, bigger decisions on my mind, I guess." She paused a moment. "What can you tell me about Coach Wills?" "Known him for years. Salt of the earth. Why?" "He wants Rollins on the football team." "Congratulations!" Cal paused and cocked his head. "So, why do you look like somebody died?" Kate hesitated, memories of Cal's mocking mama bear ringing in her ears. "Nothing. As for the light fixtures, you're more qualified to choose." So Cal put out a hand and the closing door thudded against it. Hey, hold on there. What did I say?" "Nothing. I just need to think things through." "The fixtures, the football thing, you gotta help me here." Cal bent down to force himself into Kate's line of sight. Kate smiled and put up a hand to stifle a snicker. "What?" He lifted up his ball cap and shoved it back down on his head in frustration. "I tell you, woman, your moods change faster than the wind. Haven't figured out why you're ticked and you're already laughing at me." I'm sorry, but you just reminded me of someone." Cal put his fists on his hips and stuck his chin in the air. "Handsome devil?" At that, Kate laughed out loud. When she looked up into Cal's confused face, the hilarity she tried to suppress escaped with a snort, and just like in school when laughter is forbidden, she lost it. Finally, as she wiped away tears of mirth, she explained, "I'm sorry. For a second there, you reminded me of Winston." "Ah!" Cal threw up his hands and stepped away. "Ah! A dog? No, it's just, he does something wrong and then ducks his head and looks up with those big eyes." Cal crossed his arms and looked away with a wounded expression. Guess it's good to know where I stand." "But he's really cute when he does it." Kate tried and failed once again to keep a straight face. Suddenly, chubby arms wrapped around her knees, and Lily's happy face peeked from the vicinity of Kate's hip. "Hi, Mr. Cal." "Hey there, Lily." "Where's the funny?" "You're looking at him, kid." "Mr. Cal, you're silly." Lily chuckled and peered up at Kate's face. "Mommy, you're so pretty, like a princess." Kate cocked a suspicious eyebrow. "All right, what do you want?" "I have a lollipop?" "Not before lunch." "Please." "No, sweetie." Lily's shoulders slumped. "So do you still think Mommy's pretty?" Lily's eyes sparkled. "No." "You!" Kate reached out and tickled Lily's belly, causing a peal of shrieks and giggles. "And no, you can't climb the cabinet and get it yourself." Lily ran from her in a whirl of chubby limbs, laughter, and curls, and Kate found herself gazing after her daughter, savoring the after scent of baby shampoo. "You're a good mom." Kate looked up and rolled her eyes. "You know better than that. Rollins complains about me all the time, right? I can't do anything right in his eyes." "But you don't give up." "Oh, don't you believe it." "Well, not like my mom anyway. She skipped out." Cal shrugged. "I probably drove her to it." He grinned, but this time the humor didn't quite make it to his eyes. "I bet she gave up on herself, not you. Moms tend to be their own worst critics, you know." There was an awkward pause, and Kate wondered if she had somehow offended him. "So what was troubling you just now?" "You'll make fun of me." "Then hurry up and spill it so I can restore some manhood here." "All right. It's the football thing." "Have a seat." Cal indicated the porch step. "The doctor is in." Kate sat and stared at her hands clasped around her knees. Uh-oh. She's back. "What?" "Uptight, serious, thinking too hard, all the fun beat out of her." "Give me a break. Not everybody can be free as the wind cowboy riding the range." "Yeah, somebody's got to get beat up with responsibilities. Isn't that what it means to be grown up?" "Who are you, Peter Pan?" Cal tilted back the bill of his hat and lifted his face to the sun. "Nah, I just never got it why people think being responsible means forgetting how to have fun. Let me ask you, when's the last time you laughed like you did just now?" "Oh, come on, I'm not that bad, am I?" Cal fixed his two blue eyes on her. "How long?" Kate looked away and thought a minute. How long indeed? It certainly hadn't been lately, so it had to be before. Before hell broke loose in their lives, that is. Kate sighed and wrinkled her nose. "Okay, you got me. A long time." "Tell me about football. Seems perfect for Rollins. In fact, now don't get mad, but I told Coach he ought to give him a try." "Ah, you're to blame." "Hold on there. It's every boy's dream, ain't it, to be a football star?" Again, Kate wrinkled her nose, but this time it was as if at a bad smell. "Why? To spend the rest of your life looking back at the good old days? To squeak by an education because you're a hero on the field, then graduate with the writing skills of a third grader?" Cal gave a low whistle. "Somebody's bitter." Kate's mouth gaped. "I am not." "What was it? Dumped by the team captain?" "No." "Didn't make the cheerleading squad?" Kate rolled her eyes. "I'll have you know my big brother played football, even went to college on a scholarship." "And where'd that leave you?" "What do you mean?" "Brother's a local hero, apple of daddy's eye. Must have been a hard act to follow." Kate felt her gut twist. She had loved her big brother, admired him as her hero. She felt her jaw clench. "I never saw it that way." "Really? I'm jealous of him, and I never set eyes on your brother." "Point is, football chewed him up and spit him out. It killed him when he didn't make All-American and he wasn't able to go pro. What was he left with but bad knees and stories of the good glory days?" "Ah." A self-satisfied smile spread over Cal's face. "What?" "Just getting a clearer picture." "And what did you get a scholarship for?" "How do you know I got a scholarship?" There's not too much fight in you to be outdone." "I wasn't trying to outdo anybody. We were raised to do our best." Cal put his hands up as if in surrender. Sure. So tell me about your scholarship." "We were talking about football." "No, we were talking about your attitude toward football." "You trying to psychoanalyze me?" Never said you were psycho. Kate narrowed her eyes. Point is, I didn't like what football did to my brother. Well, does he regret it? What, not making pro? Of course. No. Does he regret the journey? The memories, the friends, all that. Kate had been ready to answer, but the reply lodged in her throat. Cal persisted. Has he ever said, "Little sis, I wish I'd never played"? Well, not exactly. Then this isn't about him. It's about you. No, it's not. Yep. He eclipsed you and it ticked you off. He did not. I was a Rhodes Scholar and I had a scholarship in volleyball. But that didn't light the same kind of fire in Daddy, did it? You're way off base. Just calling a spade a spade. Well, you're barking up the wrong tree this time. Anyway, I've got things to do. Kate rose. Cal stood. So, what are you going to tell Coach Wills? That's my business. Kate tried to keep her expression light, but she felt her mouth twist into a hard line. Oh, wait. There's no such thing in this town. Don't you believe it. We've all got secrets, but he held back up the catalog. I still need a verdict. So Kate flipped through the light fixtures and made her selections, although her mind was preoccupied with irritation toward Cal. Finally, she shut the door a bit too hard and descended on dirty dishes in the kitchen sink with undue vengeance. How dare he say she was jealous of her brother? How dare he smugly sit there analyzing her life? The stupid cowboy knew nothing. Nothing. Obnoxious, nosy, judgmental. The knife she had been wielding to cut Lily's apple slipped and sliced a deep cut in her finger. Lily ran in as Kate was just sticking the gushing appendage under the faucet stream, causing the water to run red. With one look, Lily ran, shrieking, Mr. Cal! Mr. Cal! Lily, come back here. I'm okay. But Lily was already out the door, so Kate grabbed a paper towel, wrapped it around her hand, and tried to catch up. Lily had already reached Cal's truck and hopped about, shouting, Mommy cut off her finger! Lily, I'm fine. Stop that. But you did. See? Kate bent and unwrapped the paper. I still have 10. Ew, Lily exclaimed. Cal peered at the bloody mass of paper towel. Let me take a look. It's fine. I just didn't have time for a Band-Aid. Oh, that's going to take more than a Band-Aid. Come here. Cal walked toward his pickup and began rummaging in the toolbox. Might be able to save you a trip to the emergency room. Kate felt her eyes widen and she tucked her hand behind her back. Cal looked up and grinned. Have a problem with needles and catgut? He chuckled. Aw, get over it, city gal. No stitches. I promise. Mommy, I'll hold your hand, Lily offered. Kate swallowed hard and tried to be calm for her daughter's sake, but her hand trembled as Cal inspected it. He poured some liquid from a brown bottle over the wound. I use it to get grease off my driveway. What? Kate yanked her hand away. Cal grinned. Peroxide? Oh. What were you doing? Chopping logs? Apple. Should have known not to chop angry. Nearly severed a toe with an axe that way once. I wasn't angry. Uh-huh. And that was kindness spitting from your eyes a little while ago. Kate kept her voice low as she shot a wary glance toward Lily, who had squatted down to pet Winston. I dislike it when people jump to conclusions. I've usually found the more riled people get, the closer I am to the mark. Kate forgot the angry comment on her tongue when the sticky goo Cal dabbed on her finger dug in with a stab of pain. Ow! Sorry, that'll sting a bit. Well, thanks for the warning, Kate said through clenched teeth as she bit back another yelp. Too used to working on animals. They don't require a bedside manner. What is that stuff? Kate cast a wary eye toward the smelly substance that resembled an overgrown jar of rubber cement. Liquid bandage. Now, Cal pulled out what appeared to be a tiny Scotch tape dispenser. These strips will hold it closed like stitches, but you should go easy on it a while. Kate studied the glint of rusty waves with strands of silver as Cal's head bent over her hand, admiring the confidence of his movements as he unwound the first aid tape and ripped the end with his teeth. I should probably apologize for earlier, Kate began. Nah, as usual, I stuck my big foot in my mouth and my big nose in somebody else's business. Cal smoothed the tape and released her hand. I'll rebandage it tomorrow. That won't be necessary. Well, you can't bandage it on your own. Jance is out of town and Rollins won't be in late till tomorrow, what with football practice and all. Kate felt a wave of anger, but bit back her sharp retort when she caught the teasing glint in Cal's eye. What about that big foot and nose? Doesn't bother me. I'm used to it, Cal drawled. Just tossing in my opinion. Think it'd be good for the kid. And when did it become your business? My friends are always my business. If I didn't care, I'd keep my mouth shut. And Cal just looked at her. No anger, no blame, just still waters reflecting her storm-tossed emotions. Thanks for doctoring my finger, Kate mumbled, and with Lily in tow, she set a quick pace toward the manufactured home. But she wasn't fast enough to miss Cal's parting tease. Rollins is pretty good with that chainsaw now. Might ought to let him slice the apples. End of chapter 7. Tomorrow, chapter 8, Valley of the Shadow. Sounds serious. You guys take care.